There's a kind of silence in these mountains that doesn't wait for you to understand it. It was here before the first name was spoken, and it will linger long after the last trail fades. The land doesn't welcome. It watches. It measures. It judges not by courage or by strength, but by patience, by the willingness to walk into its cold heart and listen, even when nothing answers. Every gust of wind carries the memory of storms. Every fold of cloud conceals something ancient. Here, even the stones seem to hold their breath. Snow falls, not clean and soft, but heavy and wet, half rain, half ice, sinking into the ground like forgotten weight. The trees stand stripped and unbowed, shaking the last clinging memories of winter from their limbs. But winter is not finished here. It claws at the mountains, clings to the valleys, fighting for one more day. The peaks beyond the clouds remain hidden, their granite faces wrapped in mist, their glaciers groaning quietly in the abyss. You do not see them, but you feel them, looming behind the veil, watching without kindness, without cruelty, simply enduring. The fire becomes more than comfort here. It's a defiance, a statement whispered into the cold, declaring, I'm still here. Every spark clawing at the air feels earned, fragile against the immensity of what surrounds it. What kind of person follows a path into this? What calls them beyond the weather, beyond the fear, beyond the cold? Is it stubbornness? Is it recklessness? Or is it something deeper? The quiet pull of a place that owes you nothing, but offers everything if you're willing to listen. The night falls early here, folding the valley in darkness so thick the firelight barely holds it at bay. Beyond the glow, the mountains breathe unseen. The clouds tighten, the cold deepens. No signs, no warnings, only a question pressed against the skin. Are you willing to stay? Morning came, reluctantly. The peaks danced in and out of the clouds, revealing only in glimpses, then folding themselves back into the mist, like secrets not yet ready to be told. For a moment, the cold loosened its grip. Sunlight tried its hand across the ridgelines, and for a while, it seemed possible that spring might actually win. There were even moments, brief and bright, when the clouds pulled back just far enough to show the towering cliffs in their full, stubborn majesty. Not welcoming, not smiling, just existing, in a way that demands respect. What does it mean to hope for something that has not yet arrived? To find joy in a thaw that could freeze again at any time? And by midday, the light was faltering. The gift was taken back. The cold had returned, not sharp, but saturating. Rain began to fall in slow but deliberate strands. It started slow at first, but then it turned into the kind of rain that slips into seams, that soaks without fanfare, that stays long after you've stopped noticing it. What does a place like this owe you? Why would it offer you anything more than this? As the hours wore down, I moved closer to the river, seeking a place to build a fire, a fragile defiance against the gathering dark. The forest thickened here. Old-growth cedar and spruce crowded the banks, their roots tangled with stone and story. Moss draped low over the limbs like forgotten banners. And as I've said in the past, it was the kind of place that could hide anything, or nothing at all. And in that uncertainty, the imagination found fertile ground. The fire took work. It always does in the rain. I built it low and narrow, the kind of fire that doesn't announce itself, but holds steady against the creeping damp. The flame offered more than heat. It offered presence, a kind of tether to reality, when the forest around you feels like it could dissolve into something older, deeper, and not entirely empty. Night began to fall, not suddenly, but in stages. The clouds dropped lower, pressing against the valley walls, turning every echo into something heavier, something slower. And the trees closed in, Or maybe the dark just made them feel closer. Sounds sharpened. Every drop of water, every shift of branch. Each one sounded louder, closer, thickened by the damp air and the restless ground. Artemis prowled at the edge of the firelight, ears pricked forward, drawn to noises I could barely hear. She would bolt forward for a moment, alert, then circled back, unsatisfied. Even she could feel it, the weight of the night that doesn't explain itself. And as my night came to a close, I hung some salmon to smoke throughout the night. It's a tradition, because in places like this, rewards are not handed out. They are earned. And the ones who stay long enough to see the morning, they understand why.
Sit. Sit. There you go. Good girl.
The fire hums low, its smoke winding upwards into the morning air. A meal born of patience, kissed by the coals and the cold. The salmon sizzles softly, a small offering to a land that demands so much and somehow gives even more in return. Raspberry flowers unfold, trembling towards the sun. The river glitters like a blade drawn through stone. Around me, the valley wakes up with color and sound. Waterfalls, once hidden in the mist, now dance freely among blackened cliffs. All of it, the damp moss, the soft air, the hum of the river, it soaks into the skin, the lungs, the memory. It's not just seen, it's felt. The salmon, now fragrant with smoke, flakes easily beneath my fingers. And of course Artemis waits, patient but bright-eyed, her nose lifting to catch every savory curl of scent. We share it there by the river. No table, no plates, no walls. Just us. Only the earth beneath us, the fire between us, and the mountains watching without a word. Each bite tastes like the night endured, like rain weathered, fire tended, cold overcome. And somehow, everything, the warmth, the hunger, the silence, becomes part of the place itself. And above it all, the peaks stand unveiled, immense, timeless. No longer hidden by cloud or guarded by rain, they rise in full glory, bearing witness to every step, every fire, every quiet triumph below. And for a moment, a brief, perfect moment, it feels like the whole valley breathes with you. The road winds through the heart of the mountains, gravel whispering beneath the tires, the forest leaning close on either side. What drives someone to seek places like this? It's not comfort, not ease. Maybe it's the hope that somewhere ahead, beyond the bend, the land will show you something worth carrying home. From above, the scars of winter still cling to the ridges and slopes, but spring is climbing too, stitching green into every crevice it can reach. The lake comes into view like an old friend, familiar yet new. The air here is sharper, the colors bolder. It's the same place I've stood many times before, but today it breathes differently, as if the land itself has exhaled and finally invited you to do the same. I set up slowly, deliberately, not to rush into the moment, but to honor it. And of course, Artemis starts ahead, nose to the breeze. Her excitement as pure as the meltwater running through the stones. The mountains watch, the creeks babble. Here, patience isn't just a lesson, it's the symphony of the place. Some journeys aren't measured in miles. They're measured in the moments you realize you are never chasing the destination. You are learning how to be still enough to belong to it. Out here, the land doesn't make it easy. It's cold, it's wet, it's wild. When every step matters and every sound counts, you need gear that can keep up. That's why I trust the Lytmi CozyFit G1. Rugged, open-ear earbuds, built for the backcountry, built for the rain, and built for those moments when nature doesn't hand out second chances. Comfortable enough to forget they are there, tough enough to take whatever the day brings. Built for the wild, trusted by those who wander. Links to this product are in the description with a special discount code. Thank you, Lytmi, for supporting this journey. Now back to our story. Sometimes the best moments out here aren't the loud ones. They're the ones where you simply sit, breathe, share a meal with a good dog giving you that look. The one that says, the snack tax is not negotiable. There's no race to win. No crowd to impress, just the quiet satisfaction of having made it this far, and the stubborn joy of being present. The air still carries a chill, but it's the kind that feels earned now, a reminder of the miles behind and the mountains ahead.
Unseasonably warm weather. It's so nippy. Spring in the mountain is still spring in the mountain. I can see snow still up there.
And as my rod waits for fish that may never come, I spend some time with Artemis, letting her be a puppy, goofing around, roughhousing, and just letting her be herself. Sometimes you just have to be able to appreciate the little things, and this is one of those moments. And sometimes, nature throws you a little extra. Like a puppy who thinks she can walk on water. One moment, Artemis was stalking the shoreline, ears up, tail high, ready to pounce on whatever adventure came next. The next moment, one giant clumsy splash. No warning, no hesitation, just pure-hearted chaos. She came up sputtering, confused, and somehow proud of herself, like it was somehow part of the plan. And honestly, maybe it was. You can't script moments like that. You just have to be there to laugh, and to love them all the more for it. We fish not always for the catch, but for the cast itself, for the patience it teaches, and the peace it leaves behind. And even though there are no trophies today, no heavy trout to carry home, somehow that's perfect. Because out here, the real treasures aren't found at the end of a line. They're stitched quietly into the time spent waiting, watching, laughing, and learning. The dirt road carries us away from the lake. Artemis rides with her head out the window, nose to the wind, still a little damp, still full of mischief, already dreaming of whatever adventure comes next. The peaks fall behind, the river slips away, but something lingers, something earned, something real. It's not the trail, it's not the cast, it's not even the peaks. It's the spirit of adventure.